Okay, let's see how that does or does not work. Trying to grab down my radios like I was telling you about here in the truck. Probably have to move that camera phone several times. But let's get this radio out and see. Oops, accidentally hit the button and cut you off, sorry. But let's get this radio out and see what we're working with and get it going here. Let's set you up on the little thingy. How you doing? Let's see, is that light? Was too bright for you there? Playing with the lighting. Oh, that's no light. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well, you'll just have to excuse the lighting. There we go. That's a little better on you there. All right. Well, either way, let's get this old radios out and fire them up, see if they still work. It's been a few years. I looked in the box at them, make sure I had everything I needed. I've got a lot of different radio stuff from over the years, a lot of extra parts and stuff, and of course I know how to hook all this stuff up and wire it and carry extra stuff. You know, this is a cigarette lighter plug adapter, if you can see it, for a CB radio, so you can run it in your car with ease. Sometimes I have to run it in the truck with ease. I can also cut and splice that if I had to use it in the truck, because most of the time in the truck you hardwire it, especially a good radio, big radio. Not that I have a big radio, but yeah, fuse blocks and stuff, you know. That's still got a good 40 amp fuse in it too. I'm gonna have to turn this light back on, y'all. Sorry, hopefully it doesn't wash out too bad. There's one of the wires I'm hunting for. Got some extra mounts and extra wires in here. Good Lord, there's all kinds of stuff in this old bag. And flashlights. And extra parts and stuff I may need here later. But for now, we've got what we need out of here maybe. And I'll show you what I'm doing here, kind of. Parts of it anyway. Oh no, some of that's got some rust on it. So, when it comes to microphones, you know, the parts you hold on your hand and talk with, there's a lot of debate on that between, you know, drivers and CB radio enthusiast stuff. My preference is this Ranger SR A198. I don't know if you can see that too good here. There's a lot of reasons for this. I'll get into it. And some of it I'm probably going to forget. Oh, that's got messed up in the box a little bit. I'll put some tape on there or something. Anyways, the main thing about it is the clarity of them and the way they talk and perform. Now, this here is one of my favorite radios. This first one I'm going to get out and show you. You'll see there's a sticker on the back on the top here. I get it clear enough to where you can read it. It's probably backwards. I'll try to flip that around for you in the thing. But I'll tell you what it says. It's 30th anniversary Humble Electronics, 1973 to 2003. Phone number is 912-756-8770. He's right there in South Carolina. If you go up I-77, going north, Great Falls, South Carolina, I think is the town. I believe that's exit number 44, Humble Electronics. You can probably Google it and find him too. He's been in the CB radio communications game and other types of radios too, I'm sure. But he's been doing this for you. God, the dust on this thing. Oh, sucks. I'll tell you all about this radio in a minute. But this guy, Bill Humble Electronics, his handle on the radio is Bushwhacker. No, that's somebody else. Guy, it's been so many years since I've talked to him, but I know his real name, Bill Humble, and where he's at, of course. And we can look him up, and then I'll, if you're trying to get in touch with him, I'll get you in touch with him if that's the case. Haystacker. Shoot, I can't remember. Anyways, guys, you know, he makes parts. He's gone to China and had them you know, mass manufacturer box. He wanted to get stuff made in the USA too, obviously, but the cost difference was so much, and that was way back when. I think he now gets stuff made in the US more often when he can. But you know, anyways, I mean, he's got, I don't know if he's actually got patents on it or anything like that or whatever, but I mean, he's got stuff that he makes that he sells to CB shops around the country. You know, just parts and stuff for radios that do different stuff. So he works on a lot of my stuff, or has over the years, you know, and there's only about, you know, less than a dozen across country that I really like anyway, you know, because you gotta be careful who's working on your stuff. They'll charge you the same amount of money or more to do less to a radio. And if you don't know enough about radios, you don't know what you are or not paying for. But anyways, this is one of my primary radios I use a lot. This, you can see it, and most people will know, most truck drivers, anybody, or people that are into radios will know. This is a Cobra 29, and this is the 50th anniversary edition. So Cobra 29 LTD Classic was the most common radio always, and the 25, the one that's a little bit smaller, everybody had it. When they first come out with this one with the digital face, this, when we plug it up later, you'll see it's got a digital readout for all the controls and everything. Don't mind my little buttons on here. That's a mod. That's something else I've done. I'll show you that later on. But anyways, it comes with a 50th anniversary edition microphone too, which I saved in the case and saved the box and everything. And I'll get into the story about how I acquired it. It's hard to get a hold of them now, probably, because, like I said, it's a limited edition. Mine even still has a little plastic on the screen, even though, you know, like when you get a new car, like there's plastic on the dash, and there are a new cell phone that's covering on the screen. Yeah, this little screen still has the plastic cover on it. I never did peel it off, and I've had this radio. I mean, you see right there where my fingers worn the paint off of the front of the radio right there. And, you know, and yeah, the knob was a little bent and stuff. It's a little rough because I have had it so many years, and I really ought to be keeping it in like a, I don't know, like one of those Pelican cases or a hard case with foam in it, just to keep it in good condition. But I wanted to use it, you know, and have it on the road with me. And if something were to happen to it, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I'd never sell it. Same way with this other radio I'm getting ready to pull out in a minute. We've got 3 in here, so I'll show you the one that came with the truck, which I haven't even tried to hook up. It just was in the truck, and they said I could have it, so I'm a radio guy. I'll get it fixed and figure out. It probably works just fine. It's a Uniden Bearcat PC787, so that's what that guy is. I already pulled it out of the console up there. Looks like you're backwards. I'll have to figure that out later. Maybe I can flip it before I post the video. Sorry, guys. But anyways, I'll tell you about these buttons now. This here is a record and playback function. I can record myself or somebody else talking and play it back. It's kind of a thing. So we're going to be using one of these universal mounts probably to hang the radio, because it just so happens I had this in my box of CB radio goodies. And I'll tell you, it's funny because it's brand new in the package still, but both of these things are new in the package, have been in this box for years. You know, I have stuff extra because every truck you get in, you have different situations, and I did use this for a short period. You can just reseal this package. It's just got the little lips around the edge, you know, so I did use this at one point, but it wasn't for very long. That's why I bought it. I don't just buy a ton of extra shit just to have around. Pardon my language, sorry. But anyways, all right, so I've got extra mounts. Ooh, okay. Extra mic mounts and stuff. Gotta get out of here. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the box to get to the radio, my baby, my other baby. I can't really show you too much of it, to tell you the truth. I'll tell you what it is, and we'll talk about it. Ordinarily, if it was a certain type of radio that is highly illegal, I couldn't even tell you what it was. But the way my radio is set up is pretty much legal. I mean, it's legal. Yeah, it's perfectly legal. And the reason I say that is because it is a legal radio. At one point, I had some modifications that I was going to do to it, never did. And I was told it's illegal and I better not, so I just didn't. But the stuff that it could have done to it would be illegal. So, not that I had that done to it, or you know. So, sorry. I'm trying not to lose these screws in this extra mount. This is an extra microphone holder mount I got in there. The reason I have all this too is because aside from all the stuff I do, DJing and car audio and trucking and now sound for band concerts and stuff. Ooh, that's a pretty truck. I was going to have a mobile CB shop on the road, you know, in my big truck, you know, and not necessarily so much as a shop, but you know, I keep like a blue bin like that, the plastic bin up there full of extra radios and parts and be able to put it in, and I was working my way towards that, and so that's why I have some of this stuff, because I sort of kind of can do that now as it is with the stuff I have. I mean, I could put one of these radios in any truck right now, it would be no problem. Or if they went in the truck stop and bought a radio, radios are everywhere. They're down a dozen. As a matter of fact, if you're on the truck stop talking to radio, you usually hear people selling them, you know, every other couple of nights, depending upon what truck stop you're at, you know, used to. It's getting less and less. A lot of these young kids get out here, they don't even have radios in the truck. And that's fine, you know, they don't want them or don't know about them. But I will say this, there's a lot of times you need it. It's not just for fun too. A lot of times you pull in a shipper receiver, and this was before COVID-19 and coronavirus. You pull in a shipper receiver, and they have a sign up says the shipping office is on channel 25. Go to channel 25, check in or whatever, you know. So just say shipping office on 25. So you pull up in the designated parking area, you key the mic and say, how about the shipping office? This is Blue Line Carrier. Driver here to pick up, but I've got a load number for you or whatever. You just say, how about the shipping office? And then they'll ask you for that stuff, whatever. And they may tell you to back on in door 5 or come in and sign a paper first, something, whatever the case may be. But I imagine now that's more important than ever with the whole coronavirus and stuff, because my thinking is like, you're talking about contact pickup and contactless pickup and delivery. If you pull up and key the mic, they tell you to back in door 5. They load you while you're sitting in your tractor, of course, your truck, and then they just throw your bills on the trailer or whatever. You pull up, seal your trailer, you get your bills out of there before you close the doors or whatever, and you take off. Same way when you deliver. You get there, you get the receiving office. How about the receiving office? Come on. And then you get there and say, hey, I've got load number such and such for you. And they say, I'll back that in door 35 and we'll get you unloaded here in the next, 20, 30 minutes. And they get you unloaded and sign the bill and toss it in the trailer. And you, same thing again, pick up your signed bills and thank you very much. Have a nice day, So, that, I mean, that's just one of the many reasons I think it's important to have a radio. Hearing about conditions on the roadway and stuff, there's a lot of different reasons, and we'll get into it more later. I'm trying to keep this video from being too long. I'll probably chop it up some, but my other radio over here, I don't want to take all of it apart so much to show you, but I will tell you it runs also a Ranger SRA 198 microphone. Back to when I was talking about microphones, and I've got a hook on this one. And this one's been talked on a lot because the paint's worn off and there's a little rust spot there. I'll have to try to clean that up with something in a minute. It's been sitting for a few years now. But I'll tell you what it is and stuff, and we'll talk about it, and I'll kind of give you some shots of it later. It's a Connex, okay? Now, Connex does make big radios. When I talk about big radios, you're supposed to have a license for, like the, where they are, like 3400s or 4400s or whatever. This is the first one I had seen. I'm not sure they make others, but Connex radio that is a 40 channel citizens band radio. It's just 40 channels. I'm getting ready to show you the front of it here in a minute. I'm just trying to cover up some of my modifications. I mean, well, where I was thinking about putting modifications on, but didn't actually. Anyways, it's called a Connex Night Runner because it's got the whole illuminated face. It'll change colors, red, blue, white, green, whatever the colors were, and I'll show you that later. And then you can also set it to chase through those colors if you want to. So it's fancy and pretty. I've always run it at night, so it fit me really well. It's called a Connex Night Runner CX 366CE. They do make a version of this that does have all those sideband channels and stuff. I do not. I don't need those channels. I just need 1 through 40, which is what's legal anyway. But yeah, I'll show you what the front of it looks like here. Alright, that is the Connex CX 366CE Night Runner, and I'll show you with it all hooked up and lit up later on, and I'll probably end up talking on it a lot, and y'all be around and stuff, so but alright, anyhow, I got to get oops I got to get figured out how I'm going to mount this and where I'm going to mount it and all that stuff. So I won't bore you with that. I'll just show you some pictures and video of it later on. Okay, guys? See you in a few.